Hello and welcome to more Paper Mario! We could hop on this whale right here and begin Chapter 5, but we have so many side quests to do. Or, actually not that many, but we have specifically a lot of stuff to do at Tayce T. We have a lot of stuff to cook, because we have that special item we got during the 4th chapter. We got a cookbook. So if we give that back to her, it'll let us cook 2 ingredients at the same time, and that opens up a lot, and I mean a lot of possibilities. So the first thing we're going to do is go right over to her and hand her that cookbook. So let's just go right into her little shop, or little kitchen here. Yeah, we have our cookbook. I could increase my repertoire in an instant with that book. Mario, if it's okay with you, may I have it? I mean, it's your cookbook, or maybe it's not specifically hers, maybe it's just a cookbook. Ooh, I can have it, Hard. Oh, how delightful, Hard. With this cookbook, I can use 2 kinds of ingredients at once and make even more fabulous dishes for you. Please bring me different ingredients so I can try out some new recipes. Well, there we go. So now we could actually do 2 ingredients at once. One other thing, we found this item inside the toy box once again called Mystery Question Mark. If you give her that, it can give you pretty much any recipe in the game if you get lucky. So technically you could cook any recipe in the game with this, and you can buy those at the Boo Mansion for 1 coin each. So it's something you could try out, but I'm just gonna manually make all the recipes. But now let's go up to Ralph's shop and see what new badges he's got. And he's got 3 new ones right here. First off, the All or Nothing badge. If the action command works, attack power +1. If not, it's 0. So you could get +1 or you could get nothing. The bright side is it only costs 4 BP instead of like 6 BP, which you'd have to pay for the regular Power Plus, but let's go ahead and buy that. All right, and here we just have a regular HP Plus, so let's buy that guy. And we have a regular FP Plus, so let's buy that as well. So we now have 3 of each of those. It's pretty crazy. But with that out of the way, let's go over to the post office. We've got some new mail because we got the mailbag back, and we finished off a chapter. But not only are we going to have 1 mail here, we're going to have 2 new letters. So here's one for Cooper. This is from Coover. A letter to Cooper from Coover. And it reads, here you go. Oh, that was the postman. Dear Cooper, how goes the adventure? I can't believe you're hanging with Mario. I'm so jealous. Cooper Village is the same. Colorado's wife is impatiently awaiting Colorado's return. You and Colorado, you guys have so much excitement in your lives. You're so lucky. Anyway, good luck, buddy. And there's Cooper from Cooper Village. Or, Cooper from Koopa Village, gosh dang it. Now let's go read the letter for Parakarry here. This one's from Frost T. Here you go. Dear Parakarry, thank you for always delivering my mail, despite snow and ice. Because I live in this cold valley so far from my family, the letters I receive are my greatest pleasure in life. Kind words from my wife and daughter give me the strength to work. My heart leaps with joy every time I hear the sound of your wings. May you never molt. Wow. So there you go, Parakarry actually has a fan, even though the game kind of picks on him a lot and makes him out to be a terrible postman. I guess Frosty is a big fan, so that's awesome. Let's go over to Mario's house now. Let's check Luigi's diary, and we'll also see what other mail Mario has for himself there. Let me guess. It's empty. Yep, it's always empty. So let's just go inside. Let's go see if we can talk to Luigi. We haven't talked to him in a while. Oh. I guess we walk through here. Luigi kind of freaks out a little bit. Okay, let's just go back. Hi, Mario. Are you doing okay? Don't worry, bro. I'll watch the house until you get back. All right, you do that. You stay over there. I'm going to go down. Oops. I'm going to go down and read your... Gosh dang it, Mario. Jump on it. There you go. Okay, let's go down and read the diary here. We have 2 more pages to read, so let's read page 3. A shy guy appeared at my house the other day. I found him asleep in my bed. Can you believe it? I ran after him, but he was way too fast for me. I heard that a lot of shy guys also appeared in Towton. Supposedly they came from Shy Guy's toy box. It must be somewhere in town. A toy box. I wouldn't mind seeing that. Maybe they have a Nintendo 64. Yeah, of course they gotta make the Nintendo 64 reference, the console this game was originally from. And here's page number 4. The whole Goomba family visited me today. They said that Goombario was in the care of my brother. Then they gave me a souvenir. It was a Goomnut, a special treat from Goomba Village. It looked so yummy I ate it without telling my brother. My FP increased by 3. You think he'll notice? Well, I read the diary so I know. Gosh dang it, Luigi, we could go get infinite Goomnuts, but still, you should have shared that 1 Goomnut with me, you crud. I could have had 1.5 FP out of that crud. But we've also got 3 more letters down here. The one from Tayce T you get for giving her the cookbook, the one from Ralph you get for buying a lot of badges, and the one from Goombaria I believe is just for completing chapter 4. So let's read that one first. To Mario, are you and Goombario doing okay? I'm fine. Oh, this is Goombaria, by the way. Are you having an exciting adventure? Is Goombario being a hero, or is he just goofing off? You know, I sometimes go shopping in Towton with Mom. Maybe we'll see you there. I'd really like to hear some of your exciting stories. I can't wait, really. You can beat up Bowser, I know it, heart. Okay, the next letter is from Tayce T. This is for, once again, giving her the cookbook back. Hi there, Mario. Are you eating regularly? You know, breakfast is the most important meal of the day. The cookbook you gave me really comes in handy, heart. I already knew a lot of recipes, but with this book, I can cook a world of new dishes. I want to tell you about the latest dish I've been cooking. It's unique. It takes a fire flour and an egg to fix. When I first made it, it blew me away. It might help you on your adventure. Please come visit and bring those ingredients, heart. Tayce T. We will make that recipe today, along with like 27 others. We're gonna do 28 recipes today. Well, let's read this last letter from Ralph. Hey, big guy, how are you doing? Ralph of the Bad Shop here. Thanks a bunch for shopping at my place. You're a cool customer. To show my gratitude, I'll be waiting for you with my all my stock 0% off. Okay, first off, that is a very, very bad sale. Second off, we already bought his entire stock, so he has nothing for sale anyways. Alright, so with all of the mail out of the way, I'm gonna go to the shop and finally clean up my inventory. I've got a lot of stuff to sell here, and we've got a lot of stuff that's been checked, so it's just kind of in storage there, that we're gonna clean up as well as we prepare for our massive cooking segment. So I'm just gonna show you a before and after. So this is our inventory right now, and this is our storage right now. As you can see, there are a lot of items. Just, gosh dang, a whole ton of them. So let me clean things up real quick. Okay, everything is sorted out now. My inventory itself is actually completely empty, and here is my little claim section, my little storage. So I've got a few things we're gonna be using for cooking, and I kept the repel gels and the shooting stars for later, I guess, just in case I wanna use those. Now what I'm going to withdraw here is 1 Koopa leaf, and the 1 strange leaf we have. Everything else I'm going to leave in there for now. Now I'm going to make my way to Dry Outpost. There's a whole bunch of ingredients that I want to gather for cooking. In the shop here, I'm going to buy some dried pasta. Now down at the Oasis, I want to grab a lime right here, and on the other side, I also want to grab a lemon, just 1 of each here. And I want to get a dried fruit, which is going to drop from a pokey. So I'm going to go beat up a bunch of pokies. I'm actually going to equip my badges down here. Let me see if I can unequip a couple things real quick. Let's just take off a power plus. I'm gonna put on a first attack and a spin attack so I can destroy them without having to get into battles. And let's go find a dried fruit. There we go. It actually only took a second one. I only had to hit 2 of them. I just went up to the screen that had a whole bunch of pokies, but it did not take long. So we got the dried fruit. Now I want to go back to Mount Rugged because I want to get a Whack-a-Bump. There you are, Mr. Wacka. So let's just go hit him. Whack-out, don't hit me. And we'll grab that. Now I want to go back to the Mount Rugged train station so I can grab a couple of eggs from that 1 bush, and then we'll take the train back to Towton. Let's search the bush, grab 1 egg. Now I've got to go all the way back up to the other screen, then come all the way back down, and we'll get the second one. There we are, we've got 2 eggs. Now let's go take the train back to Towton. Choo-choo! We're back in Tayce T's place. There's 2 things I want to cook with my current inventory. First, I want to cook a strange leaf all by itself. Now, you could have done this before, other ingredients, no. I'm just gonna cook just the 1 ingredient here. The thing is, before you game for the cookbook, even though strange leaf only cost 1 ingredient, for some reason it would still give you a mistake. But now that we've actually got the ingredient for it, well, here you go, we get a dizzy dial. I also want to do the dried pasta that we bought, and do that alongside a Koopa leaf that we withdrew that we had earlier. You could of course just go get a new one from Koopa Village, and that'll give us a Koopasta. You could also cook the Whack-a-Bump by itself to get another recipe, and again, that would have given us a mistake if we did that before the cookbook, but I'm gonna do that one later. So let's just go deposit all of the extra stuff that we have right now. I'm going to sell the Dizzy Dial, keep the Koopasta, and deposit everything else. Alright, now let's go back to Koopa Village and do some more favors for Koopa Koot, of course. Hey, Mr. Koopa Koot. Oh, what luck, you came at the perfect time, young man. Could you see your way to doing me another favor? Of course. Oh, how very kind. Alright, just get to the point. I must tell you, there's quite a racket coming from next door. It's far too loud. Say you and Cooper are friends, no? Well, it's his house, and he should keep his guests from raising a ruckus. I can't sleep with all the noise. Maybe we should just give you another sleepy sheep? Can you go over there and complain for me? Just tell them to put a lid on it. Go as soon as you can. I'm at the end of my rope. Tell me when they quiet down. I have your word? Sure. So yes, they're in Cooper's house. Of course, Cooper's not actually involved with any of this. But if we go inside, you can see there are bombs inside, constantly exploding. And you know what? Let's just contribute a little bit. Let's just have a gosh dang bomb party right here. No, but what you actually have to do is get Bombette out and then talk to these guys while you have Bombette in the party, and maybe we can convince them. Oh, Bombette! Shut up, shut up, shut up! The neighbors are starting to complain about your noise. Quit your belly aching. Oh, Bombette! You be quiet now, it's no use yelling my name. I'm off on an adventure doing very important things. I have enough to think about without your puppy love. And besides, you're not my type. Whoa! I told you that before, so calm down before you blow a fuse. Bomb bed. Oh, don't. Oh, you made her angry. I feel bad for you, but man, you talk way too much. You need to play it cool or she'll never like you at all. I'm sure she'll come around one of these days if you can just... Well, that's all we have to do. That'll quiet them down, so let's go back to Koopa Coot and get our 1 coin, of course. Gallivanting groove guys, you're the man, Mario. Amazing, stunning. Finally, some peace and quiet. Did those punks make a fuss? Now I can finally go back to sweet dreamland. You're a stand-up guy for doing an old Koopa so many favors. This time we'll give you this special gift as thanks. And actually, we're not going to get just 1 coin. We'll get another batch of 3 star pieces. Oh yeah. But let's start the next favor as well. Let's just skip past the repeated dialogue here, because it's the same pretty much every time. I've been hearing people talk about... I've been hearing people talk recently. Right. He has ears. Apparently I'm not so popular. People are actually saying I'm cheap. The nerve! A long time ago I used to be like you. And... lots of dots, and then... You know, but... Can you believe? So I said... And then... completely go. Oh my gosh, a little bit too quick for me to read there. Well, the upshot is I don't really need any help, except, you know all those boos living in Boo Mansion? Well, one of them has an old photo of my, is this anything to do with that tape? I'd like to ask you them to, reading guys, I'm good at reading. And if you don't mind, could you hurry up about it? You promised you'll go. So yes, we do have to go to Boo's Mansion. Let's go do that. And while we're there, we're also going to collect a bunch of strange leaves. So let's go back this way. The pipe to Boo's Mansion is down the little hole right here. And let's go inside, beyond the chocolate doors. And the Boo we have to talk to is conveniently right here. Let's go talk to him. Lady Bo is the very definition of grace, beauty, and dignity. No other Boo could fill her shoes. She doesn't wear shoes, you crud. As master of the mansion, if she wore shoes, that is... Alright, okay. At least he acknowledged that she doesn't wear shoes. When I behold the lady, my heart goes pit-a-pat. Heart. I kind of am here for a reason, not just here to gush about Bo. Hey, what can I boo for you? An errand for Koopa Coot, huh? Too bad for you. Koopa Coot's been known to use people, you know. His motto is, if it moves, use it until it drops. He got in a couple fights over his personality way back when. After one really bad one, he started traveling a lot. This is a photo of us from when he passed through these parts. Take this and say hello to Koopa Coot for me. Well, there it is, the old photo that we're looking for. A picture when he was young. He wants this? He sure does. And although it kind of sounded like I was a little bit mean about Bo right there, she's actually probably overall my favorite party member. I love Bo. I think she's rad. But let's collect a bunch of strange leaves. Actually, I want to collect 7 strange leaves. So let's go in and out and just keep getting more and more of them. All right, I've got these 7 strange leaves that I wanted, and I still have the Koopasta in my inventory. So let's go back to Koopa Coot and give him that old photo that we got. Here you go. Take the old photo. It must be very old if it has him when he's young. Great clomping clubbas. My gosh, I'm in awe of you, Mario. Oh, the days of my youth. Just look at me there, so young and vibrant. I was quite the lady. Okay, at this point, it's gonna auto-scroll like it did last time. I don't actually have control over the dialogue here. I probably could speed it up if I wanted to, but we just gotta deal with him talking a bunch. Anyway, enough of that. Take this as a token of my thanks. Oh, you don't have to be so polite. And we're back to getting 1 coin. Now we have one more favor that we can do, so let's go do that as well. Well then, young fella, I don't usually ask for favors, but I really haven't had a tasty meal in a Goomba's age. Miss Tayce T's Koopasta would really hit the spot right now. Could you head to Towton and have her whip up a batch? Did you hear my belly grumble? I'm ravenous. Please hurry up. Please don't let me starve. Just don't bite me, dude. Let's just give him the Koopasta that we've already prepared. Plummeting Paragoombas! You're a man of action, Mario. This looks simply delicious! I swear, nobody should cook the dish besides Tayce T. She's perfected the recipe. Here's a little token of my gratitude. And there we go, 1 coin again. So that's it for the Koopa Coot favors for now. Now I'm gonna go grab a Koopa Leaf, and then we'll go over to Goomba Village, do some more Chuck Quizmo, and grab some Goom Nuts as well. Here we are. I want to get 2 Goom Nuts, so let's just get the one here. We'll go out of the zone, go back in, hit the tree again, and we'll get a second Goom Nut. And then this time we have 7 more Chuck Quizmo questions. And of course, we're going to do them rapid fire style. Let's get started. Question: what does Gourmet Guy like? Of course, Gourmet Guy loves cake. I don't think I've ever seen anyone go as crazy for cake as Gourmet Guy does. Question: who was the second companion to join your team? That would be Cooper. Oh, I should have taken Cooper out for this question. I am the worst Let's Player ever! Question: who tried to steal coins from you in the desert? That would be Bandit. And don't worry guys, I'm making up for this travesty by having Cooper out for the rest of these questions here. Question: what is the name of the star spirit who can use Starstorm? That is Scholar, or Scholar. Question: what are addressed to your companions and sent to the post office? That would be letters. Is anyone else reminded of Fred from Scooby-Doo just looking at Cooper's little neck garment there. How many times are we going to talk about Scooby-Doo during this series? Question! Among the following, which building is not in Towton? Well, there is a shop and a station, so by process of elimination, there's no mayor's house. We did it! Question! What kind of book did Gourmet Guy drop? And that was, of course, the cookbook. That's it, guys. That is all the Chuck Quizmo for now. Now I'm going to go back to Shooting Star Summit because I want to get the badge out of that chest that we left with Peach, and I want to buy some more badges from Merlot. Right over here, we have the Last Stand badge. Of course, we already know what that does. It's going to be an awesome one if you decide to use Danger Mario. Now let's go upstairs and buy a couple more badges. We've only got 5 badges left to choose from, and we can't quite afford Flower Saver. The 2 I want to get are Feeling Fine, protects Mario from poisoning and dizziness during attack. So let's grab that one. That one's going to cost 3 VP to equip. There it is. And I also want to get the HP Drain. Now you could get Peekaboo, it shows enemies HP, but I'm tattling everything anyways. Oop. Pretend I did not do that, but I'm tattling everything anyway, so it's not really that important to me. So I'm just going to get HP Drain. Now, the way this badge works is a little bit confusing, so let me try to explain. This one, it says that it drains 1 HP per attack, and it reduces your attack by 1, but actually, what it does is it gives you 1 HP per hit. So, for example, if you use a Quake Hammer that hits 3 enemies, you will heal 3 HP with that badge on. Let me see if I can actually find it. There it is. And also, if you do like a power bounce and you get 5 power bounces, you'll get 5 HP. The only downside is Mario's HP can recover by a maximum of 5. So this is not that bad of a badge, especially if you're going to use like power bounce a lot or a Quake Hammer a lot. But overall, it's not that useful. So the 2 badges we just got, maybe we'll use them at some point, but I mostly just got them just to mark them off the checklist. And with that out of the way, we're about to do a whole heck of a lot of cooking. Let's get Cooper. Thank you. Let's go get to it. I'm going to deposit the 2 Goom Nuts, as well as the Koopa Leaf, and 2 of the Strange Leaves. That will leave us with 5 Strange Leaves left in our inventory. Okay, so I've deposited everything that I had except for 5 Strange Leaves. Because we've only got a 10-slot inventory, we have 5 recipes that I want to mix with Strange Leaves, so now let's go claim some things. And here's all the stuff that I claimed. I got 1 mushroom, a cake mix, a super shroom, a dried fruit, a Wacka's Bump, and all 5 Strange Leaves. Now I want to combine each of these items with a Strange Leaf. There's other things you can do to combine to get certain recipes that I'm going to show, so I'll have a link down below that links to a complete list of tasty recipes and all the different combinations, but the ones that I'm doing I think personally are the easiest, so let's go combine all that stuff. Let's start off by doing the mushroom and the strange leaf. That gives us a volt shroom. The cake mix and the strange leaf gives us a strange cake. This is a really strange item. This electrifies Mario, turns him transparent, or makes him sleep, so it can have one of 3 effects, one of which is actually a bad effect. The super shroom and the strange leaf gives us a life shroom. A strange leaf plus a dried fruit gives us a fire flower. And finally, the strange leaf plus the Wacka's Bump gives us a deluxe feast. 40 HP and 40 HP. Pretty awesome right there. So let's go deposit some stuff, sell some stuff, and withdraw some stuff, and get to more cooking. I'm going to sell the strange cake. It's just a weird item. I'll probably never actually use it. I'm going to deposit the deluxe feast. We might use that later. And then we're going to withdraw both of the Goom Nuts, 2 more strange leaves, both of the eggs, and a cake mix. I know this is kind of all over the place, guys, so I hope that you can follow it. I just kind of want to get through it kind of quickly because I don't think watching me cook for 2 hours would be the most interesting thing. Now let's cook the strange leaf and Goom Nut, which gives us a bland meal, a strange leaf and an egg, which will give us a boiled egg, a fire flower and an egg, which will give us an egg miso, and the Goom Nut and the cake mix, which you think would give you a nutty cake, but it gives you a cookie. How does that make sense? I don't know. Now I'm going to sell everything except for the life shroom and the volt shroom. And now I'm going to deposit the volt shroom and the life shroom. Now, if you're doing this yourself, you could absolutely keep any of the items that you want to. I'm just selling them because I don't think I'll really use them. Now I'm going to withdraw both of my super shrooms as well as an ultra shroom and my 2 maple syrups. And I'm going to buy 3 honey syrups and 2 mushrooms. And these items are cheaper at different shops, but this one's just more convenient. It's right here, and it's a very small difference, and I've got plenty of coins to go around here. So with all of that, here is my current inventory. This is all the stuff that we're going to be cooking up. Basically, we're going to be doing the honey syrup plus each level of mushroom. So we'll do honey syrup plus regular mushroom, then a super shroom, then an ultra shroom. So let's do that. So the honey syrup plus the regular mushroom gives us a honey shroom. And if we do it with a super shroom, we get a honey super. And finally, if we do the honey syrup alongside the ultra shroom, we'll get a honey ultra, which is pretty good. Probably not the best use of an ultra shroom. Now we're going to do the same thing, but we're going to combine a maple syrup with different levels of mushroom. Now, I don't actually have another ultra shroom. I could go get one from the little oinks. There's actually like 6 or 5 more recipes we could do if I were to go farm jam and jellies and ultra shrooms from the little oinks, but That just takes way too long. It's much more efficient to just wait until we get those items later in the story. Well, I've only got one maple syrup. I have no idea what happened to that. I might have accidentally sold it or something, so let me go get another one real quick. I believe they sell them at the Booze Mansion shop. It's a pretty long episode with a lot of different steps, so it was bound to happen that I'd make a little mistake, but thankfully I didn't accidentally sell like my Ultra Shroom or something. So let me just go get a new maple syrup here. Here we are. We can just buy it for 25 coins. You can also buy life shrooms here, and you can buy those mysteries I was mentioning. So you could just buy an inventory of those for 10, cook them into basically anything, and then sell them back, and you're almost always going to make a profit there. Right, we're gonna cook that. And for that, we get a maple shroom. And for a maple syrup plus super shroom, of course, we get a maple super. So this is an item we've had before. Now all that stuff we made, let's go sell it off, get more stuff to cook, and keep going. Now, there's a whole bunch of recipes that require cake mix. We actually need to get 10 more cake mix. So I've got to go back to Shy Guy's toy box, go into that room that has the guys with the cake mix, fight the Shy Guys, get 2 cake mix, go back out of the toy box, go back in, over and over until we have 10 of them. There we go, guys. After a while, I finally got all 10 cake mixes. So let's get out of here. I'm gonna go back to the shop, deposit 5 of those cake mixes so that I can withdraw 5 other ingredients to mix with the cake mixes, and then cook even more stuff. Y'all, I've done all my depositing and withdrawing, so I've got the 5 cake mixes, and I have an apple, a volt shroom, a fire flower, a lime, and a lemon, and I'm gonna mix each of these with a cake mix. The apple and cake mix gives us an apple pie. I don't know how a cake mix makes a pie, but there you go. The volt shroom with the cake mix gives us an electro pop, which just restores 15 FP. The fire flower and cake mix gives us a fire pop, which restores 20 FP, but it hurts us for 1 damage. The lime in the cake mix gives us a lime candy, restores 20 FP, and it does not hurt us for 1 damage like the fire flower one does. And the lemon in the cake mix gives us a lemon candy. This one gives you 5 HP and 15 HP, or 15 FP. And there's really something special about this one. People were telling me about this, and it is true. The anti-guy that we fought in the toy box, if you don't want to fight him or if he's too tough, you can actually cook a lemon candy, give that to him, and he'll let you get to the treasure chest behind him. So that's another option you have. I'm gonna go ahead and sell all the stuff that I just made. For my next batch of goodies, I got the other 5 cake mixes. I also got a Koopa Leaf, Life Shroom, and Wacka's Bump, and then I bought a honey syrup and a mushroom. Now this time I actually do not want to just cook everything with the cake mix. I actually want to cook one of the cake mixes by itself. So no other ingredients here. And that will just give us straight up cake. So you can do that. You can also use that to give to Gourmet Guy if you accidentally get rid of your old cake. And I also want to do the Wacka's Bump all by itself. And that will give us a yummy meal. Restores 20 HP and 20 FP, which is actually worse than the Wacka's Bump by itself. So I definitely do not recommend this one. Now for the rest of the stuff, I just want to mix it all with the cake mix. The Koopa Leaf with the cake mix gives us a Kooky Cookie. Makes Mario electric, sleepy, or transparent, restores 15 FP. So another one of those kind of weird items. If we do a live shroom with the cake mix, we get a sweet shroom, 30 HP and 20 FP. Not bad considering we can just buy the live shrooms pretty easily. The cake mix with the regular mushroom gives us a shroom cake. Not too bad, but not really worthwhile either. And with the honey syrup in a cake mix, we get a honey candy, 20 FP right there. So not too bad for that one either. So we have just one thing left to cook, guys. I want to go deposit and sell a couple things, and then we'll make that last recipe here. I decided to deposit the sweet shroom and the yummy meal, and I'm gonna sell the rest here. All right, for our last recipe, I just want to combine a volt shroom and a dried fruit. Let's go do it. And for combining the volt shroom and the dried fruit, we get a Thunder Rage. Attacks all enemies for 5. Not too shabby. And that's it, guys. We are now 38 recipes down. We just did 28 of them today. So let's go back to Mario's house, take a look at the chalkboard, just to confirm we've made that much progress. And there it is, 38 out of 50 on the recipes right there. Now, you see one of the Chuck Quizmo things, it says 44 out of 45. I accidentally answered one wrong one time, so there's actually no more Chuck Quizmos available. It just marks how many times we've tried versus how many times we've succeeded. So that's forever going to be on my record that I messed up one time. Whoops. And like I said before, there technically are more recipes we could do for Tayce T. We could do 5 more if we farm up some jam and jellies and some ultra shrooms from the little oinks, and we could get the other 7 if we just get lucky with the mysteries, but I don't feel like doing that. Instead, we'll just come back after each chapter and do a few more recipes, but for the most part, we've taken out the bulk of the recipes. So even though this was kind of all over the place, I hope you guys enjoyed or found it interesting. This took me like 2 days to plan, and it took me over an hour and a half to record, so it was pretty crazy, but it's done. So thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you next time, and we'll start Chapter 5. Take care.